Maybe I'll feel motivated again. But if I don't, I'll try not to be so hard on myself. Some days I wake up and I already know I don't feel like doing anything. Not because something terrible happened, not because I'm sad about something specific. I just don't have the energy to be productive. And for some reason, those are the days when I feel the most guilty. Because when you have nowhere you have to be, no work waiting for you, and no one expecting anything from you, it's easy to feel like you're wasting your day. Today was one of those days. I woke up later than I wanted to. I stayed in bed for a little longer, telling myself that I would get up in 5 minutes. 5 minutes became 20, and honestly, I didn't even want to fight it. I just wanted to stay there. There are days when even small things feel like tasks. Getting out of bed, making breakfast, washing the dishes, doing the laundry. Things that normally don't seem difficult suddenly feel like they require so much energy. So I made myself some tea. Nothing special, just a quiet morning and a warm cup in my hands. And while I was sitting there, I started thinking about how much we measure our days by what we accomplish. How many things did I finish? How productive was I? Did I learn something? Did I make money? Did I do something important? And if the answer is no, we sometimes feel like the day didn't count. I felt that way too, especially during this period of my life when my days can look very similar. Sometimes I wonder if I'm doing enough with my life. But maybe not every day is supposed to look important. Maybe some days are simply meant to be quiet. Maybe resting doesn't always have to be something we earn. I've spent a lot of time thinking that I need to become more productive before I can feel good about myself. That I need to accomplish something before I can say, today was a good day. But who decided that? Why does doing nothing make us feel guilty? Why do we feel like we always have to be improving ourselves? Eventually, I did a few things around the house. I washed some clothes. I cleaned a little. I made something to eat. Nothing extraordinary. And honestly, I didn't suddenly become motivated. I was still moving slowly. But I stopped expecting myself to turn the day into something bigger than it was. And that felt strangely peaceful. I think I've started to understand something. There is difference between giving up on your life and simply having a quiet day. One quiet day doesn't mean you're lazy. It doesn't mean you're falling behind. It doesn't mean you're wasting your potential. Sometimes you're just tired. Sometimes your mind needs a break before you even realize it. And maybe we don't always need to understand why. So today, I stopped trying to make myself feel productive. I let the afternoon pass slowly. I didn't have a big plan. I didn't accomplish anything worth putting on a list. But I was here. I made tea. I ate. I washed some clothes. I sat quietly. And that was enough for today. Maybe tomorrow I'll have more energy. Maybe I'll feel motivated again. But if I don't, I'll try not to be so hard on myself. I used to think that a meaningful life had to be filled with meaningful moments. But maybe that's not true. Maybe a life is also made up of these tiny, ordinary days. The days when nothing happens. The days that nobody sees. The days that don't look impressive from the outside. And maybe those days matter too. So, if you're having one of those days where you don't feel like doing anything, I hope you don't feel guilty for it. Rest, be quiet, take your time. You don't have to turn every day into a productive one. Sometimes, a quiet day is just a quiet day, and maybe that's okay.